Hi guys, it's Heather and I'm coming today with my 5-month post-op duodenal switch update. Also week 22 because they kind of coincided. 5 months was in between 21 and 22 weeks and I was traveling and I completely forgot to shoot anything while I was traveling. I could have done some what am I eating traveling, how is this going kind of stuff, but I didn't. So, oh well. But I can talk about it. So, let's see. I'll go through my stats really quick. I had a lap band removal, gallbladder removal, and revision to duodenal switch on November 9th, 2016 with Dr. Bermudez at Rex Bariatrics. My highest weight for this particular process was 304 pounds. My weight on the day of surgery was 283.2 pounds. I had a 1-week liquid diet, which was most of that weight. My weight last week was 216.4 pounds, and my weight on Thursday today is April 14th. Yesterday was April 13th, which was my sort of week marker is Thursdays, was 211.4 pounds for a weight loss of 5 pounds this week while I was traveling, which is pretty cool. I did not have access to a scale the whole time I was gone. I did not track everything while I was gone. But I stuck to protein, fat, limited carbs, and sort of followed the rules. So that's good. It's way more than I expected, just because I was coming off of a low week, so maybe that helped. So let's see, I'm at 71.8 pounds since surgery and 92.6 pounds for this whole process, which is I feel like I'm so close to 100 pounds. I feel like I should hit that for 6 months. That would be awesome. And then I'm so close to Wonderland. So those things are like, I want to get there. So that's pretty cool. I haven't taken pictures yet, so it'll probably be this outfit. I need to get my husband to take some pictures of me to insert. So I'll probably do that about here. I still feel like I'm carrying a lot of weight in my middle, in my stomach, and sort of the muffin top area in particular is bad. It is what it is. I feel like my legs are thin. I'm actually wearing a pair of pants that I couldn't wear when I bought them a few weeks ago, but I can now, and I wore them while I was on my trip. So that's pretty cool. I think they're still a size 18, but they were a small size 18. And I tried on some clothes today. I went to Ross. I've been going through all my clothes and taking out the ones that don't fit or that are too big and putting in ones that, used to be too small. And so that's pretty cool. I did try on a pair of 16s capri pants today, which fit fine. No problems with that, but I just didn't like the way they looked, so I didn't buy them. But I'm going to have to, some of my 18s are starting to fall off, and I need to find some other pants or shorts or capris. I don't know what I'm going to end up wearing this summer. This spring is here, and it's like been 70 something degrees in North Carolina. I think it was up to 80 today. I don't like warm weather, although it's better now that I've lost almost 100 pounds. I'm not, super sweaty and awful like I probably would have been last last year. Um, so as I said, I was traveling, and I told you guys I was going to see my family um, that I had not seen. I saw them in July. Everybody that I was seeing this time I hadn't seen since July last year. So I knew I was going to have surgery, didn't know when, and I thought I know I'd told them, but I think they'd probably forgotten, or at least some of them had forgotten. And so my sister got to the hotel first and checked us in. She works for the hotel chain, so we got her whole discount rate and everything, and she had checked us in. And I was walking to the pool to get the keys from her, and she saw me coming down the hall. She came out, right about the time I was walking down the hall. She saw me walking down the hall, and didn't realize that it was me until she saw my kids, who are both blonde, and much more recognizable, apparently, than I was to her. She's like, is that Heather? No, yeah. And she said I looked tall. I have some, I had plantar fasciitis, and I have some clogs that have like 2-inch probably heels on them. So she's like, so tall and thin. Great. And I saw my dad later that night, and he's like, I almost didn't recognize you. And so we had, my sister and I had some discussions about how I was doing it. And I was like, well, I thought I told you, but, talked about everything. About how I had to get the band out, and the doctor suggested this, and that I did a lot of research, and blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty cool. They were all, complimentary. And then the first day we saw my mom is in an assisted living facility because she's not very mobile and just basically needs more help than my dad can give her. And we were taking her to lunch before we left, and she's like, are you planning on losing more weight? I'm like, that's my plan, to keep losing weight. Oh, good. But don't get too thin. Okay, that's sure. I hope I don't get too thin, but I'm not really worried about that right now. If she knew how many calories I ate, because I eat generally high fat, high protein, low carb, but especially with high fat, those calories add up. So I think she would maybe not worry so much, but because I don't have a problem eating. I just don't. I have had no big restriction problems. I have never thrown up. I felt nauseous immediately after surgery, but never since. So I'm not worried. So anyway, traveling. So for us, it was about 10 hours with stops, with the kids. My husband got a mounting system for the car, for the iPad, so it mounted between the two front seats, and my daughter can, work the iPad and make the movies play. We downloaded some movies on it. They watched Moana like twice, both, each way, plus other movies, and they did not complain like much at all. My daughter kept asking if we were in Pennsylvania yet, or are we in Virginia yet on the way back. But not that often, and they were just, that was super helpful. I cannot imagine having to take children on a trip like that without electronics. Like when I was a kid, my kids will never know how boring a car trip was back then, when there were no handheld electronics, when you couldn't like play a video game or watch a movie. They had their headphones so we could listen to whatever we wanted. It was awesome. So the hardest part of the whole thing was trying to eat. Because we basically ate out the whole time. On the way up, we stopped for lunch. For breakfast, we stopped at like Hardee's, and I ate they have a low carb bowl, but I don't like breakfast sausage that much. I'm okay with breakfast sausage links, but this was patties, and it was a little spicy. My first bite was really spicy, and I also don't like the fast food scrambled egg things because they're dry and they're just not good. So anyway, I ate like half of that thing, and it was meh. Tried to eat all the cheese out of it. But I was prepared. I had tons of snacks that were fine for me to eat, and tons of snacks for the kids and stuff. Way more than we ate at all. And then, so I snacked a little bit on the way to lunch. At lunch, we stopped, I think it's Freddy's. Yeah, Freddy's, which is, I think they're based out of Wichita, Kansas, or somewhere in Kansas. And, but they have come to my area recently, but we haven't had a chance to go. It's just not really close to where we live. But there was one on the way, and we stopped there and I ate a burger, like a bacon cheeseburger, and they did a lettuce wrap for me. That's apparently something that they had no problem doing, didn't ask. They did put French fries, even though I was like, no fries, I don't want a combo, I just want water, no fries, lettuce wrap, double bacon cheeseburger. I ate a few of the fries because they're super thin and skinny, which is exactly how I wanted them, exactly how I like them. So I ate a couple. I did eat a couple with their fry sauce, which is sort of like a ketchup mayo type mixed sauce, which is also my favorite. So it was just too tempting. I did eat a few. Let's see. So that was easy. We went to dinner with my dad and my sister when we got there at sort of one of the more upscale places in the small town where we were staying. And so I got some shrimp and a crab cake and some veggies on the side, and so that was good. One night for lunch, we went, one time we went, let's see, we went to Eaton Park, which I'd never been to before, and I had some fish, which had sort of breadcrumbs on it, but I didn't eat much of those, but that was pretty good, and they had a salad bar, and some veggies. We went to a pizza place where I got wings, because I can eat wings. 10 wings was too much for me, but so that was good. Everybody else ate pizza, but I ate my wings, no problem, and I had some fried mozzarella. Let's see. The worst part was the breakfast at the hotel, because they had link sausage, but they were turkey and they were dry, and I just didn't like them. Every day they had some sort of eggs that I could eat, which was kind of okay. I ate some plain Greek yogurt with a few blueberries in it one morning, but mostly the breakfast just sucked for me. And one day they had patty sausage, which also was probably turkey and was kind of dry. My husband ate it, and I was like, no thanks. So often I would have some cheese, that I brought with me. We brought a cooler with cheese and water and drinks and stuff, so to make sure that everything was good, that I had everything I needed. We went to like a diner type place where they also did a burger for me with, just on a plate. I can't remember what else. We found a good coffee place that had really good espresso, and they made me a breve latte, which was good because the coffee at the hotel kind of sucked. I went to the Walmart, which is right there by the hotel, and got some heavy cream to add to it, so I had a little bit of it, which is, it was coffee, but it didn't taste very good. So that was, it was okay, but it was the hardest part of traveling, was trying to figure out what I should eat and when. But I went prepared. I had tons of nuts and beef sticks and in fact a lot of cheese and a lot of stuff that I just didn't end up eating, but I'll take it to work with me for my snacks there. One of the things that I was most worried about was sharing a bathroom, because Okay, poop talk. It doesn't, I mean, it never smells good, but for anybody. But there are times, especially when I'm not on my routine, I'm drinking more lactose. I got Fairlife milk too while I was at the Walmart to help up my protein when I couldn't eat much. And but so I was just a little worried that it was going to be so stinky. Because sometimes, even here, like that open door is the bathroom, and my husband will come in and he's like, "Why?" There's another door to the actual like potty area. Yes, I have children, and I say potty. And I'll close both doors, and he's like, "Sometimes it comes through two doors." And it was the same sort of situation where we had a suite with a bedroom and then a living room, but the single bathroom was in through the bedroom. So it was a shared situation, but it turned out okay. I certainly did courtesy flush every time I had to go to the bathroom, and nobody got mad, and it was never awful, even though there were definitely times when I'm sure it was, I was not having what is normal for me. But anyway, it was cool. It was one worry that I had and that my husband had, because he sat me down and talked about it. But whatever. It all worked out. So let's see. I was going to do where would I be without weight loss surgery this time, but I think I will try to do that in another video. Maybe I'll record that while my husband drives us. My kids are at the beach with Grandma right now, and so we're going to go pick them up on Sunday. Maybe I'll do a car video while I am the passenger, and do that for you guys. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everybody has a great Easter if you celebrate. We are not really religious, but we like candy holidays, although this thing right here, that's my daughter's Easter basket, and I think there's only like 3 or 4 different types of candies I've done, and small ones. I've done a lot to try to not give them too much candy. They love it and they would eat it all day. But I know that's not great for them. So anyway, so that's what we do for Easter. We're going to go to a friend's house, and we have an Easter egg hunt there, and we're going to have dinner there, and I'm going to make a coconut cake. Ooh, maybe I'll take a picture of that for the next time. A coconut cake that I can't eat, but it's not, I mean, it's good, but it's not really my favorite. I've made it before. It's my husband's favorite, so that's one of the reasons why I'm making a coconut cake. Anyway, hope everybody is having a great week, and hope you have a good Easter if you celebrate it, and if not, I hope you have a great weekend. Bye, guys.